Hey guys, Stellar here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and in today's video I am just going to vent. I'm just going to vent. I'm going to let it all out and just be done with it because I am so over what is going on. I'm just over it. I am over it. So I'm going to say what I have to say. And yeah, there might be some people out there who don't like what I have to say and might be a little bent by what I have to say, but I'm going to say it. I mean, nobody else seems to hold back around here, right? People just say what they want to say, and they don't care if they hurt whoever they hurt. They don't care who's sitting in the audience. And although they might not be addressing them, they take it to heart because they're in the audience. So I'm going to say what I have to say. Of course, I'll do it my way, but there's just things I want to talk about and just be done with it. So I'm going to do that in this video. Again, I'm going to be all over the place because I didn't really sit down and kind of map out my thoughts, but I have a lot of thoughts, so that's what I'm doing in this video. For starters, with the name Stellar, I had really thought about changing the name, or not going by that name, shall I say, because I didn't want any type of association with this whole St. Jude mess. I didn't want people to think that I was the male Stellar that's involved in this, that the stellar that Diane was screaming out in her video. That's not me. But I'm keeping my name, okay? I'm Stellar. I sure am. I started with this channel as Stellar Speaks. So that whole Stellar Speaks, yeah, I was doing that long before it became a hashtag or whatever it is. So I'm Stellar. I'm staying Stellar. I love that name. And people who know where the Stellar name comes from, you guys get it. Anyhow, yeah, so the name Stellar, my name, not changing it. Um, what else? Okay, so, you know, I've been watching a lot of streams. I've been watching a lot of people that I normally do not watch, okay? And let me say something about that. A lot of people started trickling into this community. They were brought in by the ladies' night bunch, okay? That's what I'm going to call them. Ladies' night group, bunch, whatever you want to call them. They were invited here. They trickled them in here. They brought them into this community. And when that started happening, I had no desire to watch them, to know who they were. I didn't want to know, I didn't want to make new friends because that's how they brought them into this community. Like, oh, look at my new friend, and you guys should go check him out. And everything was so cool. And oh, it's so much fun to have other communities combined with ours. And I was like, no, I have enough to deal with in this community. I'm not going to go making friends with people from other communities. I'm not going to do that. You're just going to open up the door to new drama, more drama. I don't want it. And I didn't pay much attention to it. I would go into streams, hear names, I didn't know who they were talking about, and I was out, didn't care. So when everything started going to shit, I still didn't care, didn't want to watch, didn't want to know who was fighting with who. It didn't hold my interest. I didn't want anything to do with any of that. I just wanted the little drama community that I was part of to be what I was part of. I didn't want to be part of outside communities. But now, thanks to you ladies who brought these people into the community, now we know these people. Now people who would have never been watching those people in those communities are now watching them. Me included. I keep a safe distance. I'm watching. I'm listening. I want to hear what everybody else's take is because you've had go-rounds with so many people in those other communities. Now it's piqued my interest. I want to hear what happened. Tell me your side of the story. And I see a lot of people getting pissed off about that, saying, well, you shouldn't support those people and you shouldn't get involved with those people. But you brought them to us. You were the ones who were telling us. Go sub to their channels. Go watch their channels. And many of us didn't. But now we're watching. Funny thing is, now that these channels, these people no longer fit the agenda, we're being told to not go watch them, not go support them. If we are seen in the chats, we're going to be, pointed out. And it's ridiculous. But that's how it goes in this drama. That's how it's always been. As long as it's something that suits their need or works in their favor, then it's okay. But the minute that it's not in their favor, all of a sudden everybody's just supposed to not pay attention to what was said, not like these people, whatever it might be. I don't care. I'm done with it. I'm just speaking from what I see other people, dealing with around me. I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go where I want to go. But let me tell you, like I said, I was not watching any of these channels before, but now they've got my interest because I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm taking it all in. And I've been watching, I've been listening, I've been following the breadcrumbs, and I've come to my own conclusions about a few things. And one thing I want to say, and I hope I don't get struck for this, because that seems to be what happens around here, that we can't speak. I won't go on anybody's panel, okay? I would love to go on a panel and ask some questions, because I can be cordial, I can be civil, I can ask the questions that many people are asking and hopefully get some answers. But I won't go on a panel after seeing the way people are being treated when they go on people's panels, when they are just totally being dogpiled, when they are totally being laughed at and ridiculed. I won't do it. So I have to make a video and share my thoughts and opinions. So hopefully I don't get struck, because you can't have your own thoughts and opinions unless you're on somebody's panel. That's not going to happen for me, so I'm going to do it in a video. So hopefully this video does not drag on too long, but if it does, it does. And hey, if you guys could sit through a 5-hour live stream, you can listen to me for a half an hour or so. Anyhow, I want to get on the topic of Diane, because she seems to be the hot topic right now. I've known Diane for a while now. I didn't realize that she's been here as long as I have, but I've known her for a while. I first learned of Diane when she was on a live stream talking to the drama queen, giving her advice on how to handle online bullying or harassment. And I just thought, at the time, I was kind of like, dang, what a nosy ass lady, calling her. And but that was before I knew Diane. And then the tables kind of turned and she was against the drama queen. I was like, oh, okay, I'll talk to this lady. Like I said in my other video, the common denominator has been the drama queen. So I've known Diane for a while. I was once on a live stream of hers because me and another creator, Laser Beans, were talking about making videos. That's back when it was fun. That was a fun stream. And I've done a few thumbnails for her, for Diane, and she's offered to pay me for them, but I was like, no, I don't want your money. I don't want your money because I'm just getting pictures off the internet and slapping words on them, so no. So I didn't take any money. I've never gotten anything from her, other than maybe a few DMs and maybe talking in a few chats. That's the extent of anything. She's just an acquaintance. There's no deep friendship. There was never a deep friendship or anything like that. I think there was a level of respect between the two of us, but other than that, that's as far as it went. I've never reached out to her, in real life. I've never called her, never anything like that. So I don't know. I'm not so invested like so many other people are. But as I said, I've been watching and I've been listening. I've been listening to the theories that people have. I've been watching what people are throwing out there. And I'm just kind of sitting back and putting the puzzle pieces together and kind of trying to figure it out, because I'm nosy. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to know, is this the real Diane? Is she catfishing? Is she taking on somebody else's identity? And I did have a lot of questions. But I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to defend her or anything like that. But I came across something, and for myself, I really do believe that Diane is exactly who Diane says she is. And I'm not going to get into any of that, but I'm just going to say, for myself, from what I've seen and what I'm seeing today, this is the same person. Diane is who Diane says she is. Now, I know so many people are hung up on the picture as to why she's using this older picture, because the picture does look dated. It looks like it's from the 80s, okay? But hey, if I take a good picture and it's from years ago, I'm going to use it too. I've seen other people use it. So to me, that's not a big deal. To me, the weird part is that her friends, her inner circle, haven't seen her. I know they claim they have, but me, I'd be like, hey, talk to me, FaceTime me. I just need to see that you're who you are. And if you're a little older, that's okay. If you're a little heavier, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, but in the end, it doesn't matter what this woman looks like. It doesn't matter. I think we've gotten so hooked on that people are forgetting what this whole thing is all about. People just want to know what happened to the money that was supposed to go to St. Jude. That's it. But now everybody's so stuck on what this woman looks like or where she's at or whatever. I mean, if there was something really bad that happened here, the proper authorities will handle that. So I just think the doxing needs to stop, and the trying to figure out who's who, the where's Waldo. Look, I personally believe that Diane is who Diane claims to be. And that's that. Okay, on to another issue here. Another issue I have. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of, oh, well, now they're just using my name to get views. You're using it for content. You're using it for blah. You're using it for blah, 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 blah. Oh, sit down, please. Sit down. Do people not listen to themselves and hear the utter hypocrisy? I told you the hypocrisy is what drives me crazy. Come on now. We are all guilty of doing that. We are all guilty of doing that. People get so bent out of shape when they say, oh, well, you use TT to build your channel. That's who started your channel. And she said it herself too. And what? Yes, that's how I started my channel, talking about TT. Did she make my channel? No. I made my channel by putting the time to do the content, making the videos. But did I use her? Sure. That's what we all have done. That's what all of us are guilty of. But the ones who are screaming about it the loudest now, they're guilty of it as well. So that just irritates the hell out of me. It does. Please, we've all used somebody as content. I don't get that part. So I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. Yes, I'm talking about this. This is my content because this is what is happening right now. So yeah, I'm using you for content. I'm sharing my thoughts and opinions. That's content. Today has just been one of those days. One of those days. Oh my gosh, I just feel so bent out of shape. I don't know how you people deal with this. I do not know how your spouses, your partners, whoever it might be, deal with this on the daily basis. Oh my gosh, I can't stand myself right now. I should have given up Twitter as I had planned to for Lent, but I didn't. And when I logged in this morning, I saw something that really, really irritated me. Whew. I mean, it just really set me off, kind of set the mood for today. And it's kind of what provoked me to make this video because I've had it. I'm so over it. Over it. And let me show you what I'm talking about right here. You see this right here? This is the poll that really, really got under my skin today, that just really ticked me off. Now, it's not the poll itself. I retweeted it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. What got to me was the reprimanding that came underneath this. Yeah, that's what got to me. And before I go any further, let me say I have nothing against the people who are involved in any of this, the people that I'm going to be discussing in this, and I'm not naming names. I don't have issues with you guys. I like you guys. But I'm tired of the double standards. I'm tired of I'm just tired of it. So I'm speaking up. I get wanting to defend a friend. I get that. I totally get that. But you could have easily kept on scrolling. You could have easily just ignored it. Yeah, it might have stung. It might have hurt. You might have felt like, I don't know what was said, salt was being poured in the wound, whatever it is. But you have to understand, there are many of us who are sitting out here who feel like we aren't being heard. Our voices aren't being heard. We aren't having the freedom to say what we want to say. We aren't having the freedom to ask what we want to ask. We're not being told anything. We're not getting answers. We are frustrated. We are tired of the tap dancing, as I say. Tired of the song and dance. Tired of the runaround. So what do? We take to our social media, whether it be Twitter, YouTube, and we voice our opinions. We make our voice heard. So in this instance, although I knew she was trying to defend a friend, this turned into something it should have never turned into. Rather than just ignoring the poll and just moving on, now it's turned into something else. Now, not only, was it bad to post the poll, now, oh my gosh, she's devastated by this and it's all our fault. Well, I mean, come on, you can't try to defend somebody to a group of people who are angry with this person, who are hurt by this person, let down by this person. That's what went wrong here. I mean, look at me. I am sitting here making a video that I didn't want to make, but I was like, you know what, to hell with it. I need to make this video so people know where I stand. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I've had enough. I've had enough of the double standards. Now, there was another tweet that was posted underneath there, and I put my 2 cents in because that's what I do. And when I saw this too, this was just like, I think this is the one that really set me over the top. And although she meant well, it just like, people just don't stop and think what they're throwing out there before they do. Although it might not be intended for a particular person, I took it to heart. Now, this was not directed to me, but as I said, I took it to heart. And when I read this, I was like, wait a minute here. Are you serious? Come on, really have compassion? Because she's going through this right now, along with the other people who are in this situation. There are a lot of people who are going through this situation. There are a lot of people who are dealing with this situation, who are part of the situation, who gave in the situation. Where's the compassion for them? Where has the compassion been for them? Instead, it's these haughty attitudes, these round and round. Well, you'll have to wait. Oh, she's going to do it on her own time when she's ready for it, but I'm going to stand by her. Don't talk about my friend. You don't know. We know. Well, we're not going anywhere. And then finally one broke off, and then it was like, well, she's not ready. She's not ready yet. And then we hear from the person themselves that, well, you don't deserve anything. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe anybody anything. But the person is still defending their friend. Well, she's not ready. She's not ready yet. She's ready. She's going to be ready in a few days. Where has the compassion been for the people who are waiting and being strung along? From what I understand, for months, this has been going on. So where's the compassion for them? You want to see compassion and empathy? And I get that. I look, I'm not trying to come across mean. I really like you, the person that posted that. I like you, okay? And I get that you're part of the circle, you're part of the friendship, and I get that. But you can't throw that out there when I myself, I've been trying to be understanding. And look, out of all of them, I've known Randy the longest. I have known her since I started here. And I think I've been more than compassionate with her in other situations. I have defended her way back when in other situations. I don't know if she remembers, but yeah, there were a few times where I took up for her and I defended her. And, to throw that out there and say like, well, where's the compassion? I've had a lot of compassion. But there's a lot of things that have happened that have really, how else can I say it, but really changed my opinions. And I don't know if this person missed a tweet that was put out. Now, again, it wasn't directed to me, but when I read it, it just really kind of stung, I guess you could say. And it was a tweet that Randy put out, and she was having an argument with somebody because I guess they were like, okay, I'm done. I'm not following you. I unsubbed or whatever it might be. And she put out a tweet that said like, I don't sweat people I've never had a real friendship with, and little laughing faces. And I was like, damn, okay. Because I don't see myself as having a real friendship with any of the ladies' night group. I was never, like I said, never took it outside of YouTube, was never on phone calls, never part of the clique. So I'm like, ouch. So then that means me too, because I don't see that we have a real friendship. Whatever her definition of real friendship is. So that hurt, and I didn't say anything about it, but I was just like, okay, that's fine. Don't sweat me. We weren't real friends. That's okay. I've been supportive since forever. That's cool. That's fine. Wow. I didn't realize how much that really got to me until just right now. So, yeah, so, the thing is, in this whole situation, things have been said, things have been thrown out there because people are under stress, people are upset, and I get that. But that's why people need to really sit down, collect their thoughts, and think about what they're going to say before they say them, because once you spit the words, you can't take them back. Now, maybe she'll hear this and say, oh, but wait, I didn't mean you. I didn't mean you. I wasn't talking about you. But the thing is, I read it and I took it that way. I took it to heart because I don't have a real friendship. There's no real friendship. I wasn't giving gifts or making calls or part of the bunch. I wasn't on the panels. I wasn't in the chat. I wasn't part of ladies' night. I haven't been for a long time. So yeah, I took it to heart. And yeah, it stung. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, she might say it wasn't intended for you, or who knows? She might say, oh, well, oh, well, no loss, no big deal. Because that's kind of the attitude around here. I've seen that before. Like, oh, well, oh, well. But yeah, that stung. That stung, and I didn't really realize it until now. Wow. But as they say, it is what it is. It is what it is. And the show will go on, and people will continue to come back together, fall apart, whatever it might be. Other groups will start. It just, that's the way it goes. That's how this has always gone. As for myself, I'm not having anything to do with any more groups or cliques or anything like that. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to go where I want, watch who I want, make videos about who I want, because it's what we do. And if people want to feel like, oh, you're making content off of me or whatever it is, oh, wow, that's the way it goes. Everybody's guilty of it, and they just throw things out there to try to, I don't know, make a point, whatever. But it's what we do. That's what we do. And it's a drama community, and it's always going to be drama. But yeah, those are just some things I wanted to get off my chest, and I'm over it. There's probably other things that I want to talk about, but today the poll was what really set me off, and I just needed to come on and voice my opinions. Like I said, I would love to go on a panel and ask some questions and get some answers or put some input or help ease situations, but it's not worth it. It is so not worth it, especially with the way that I saw a few people treated on the panels. It just, no way am I going to have somebody talk down to me or scream at me or make me feel stupid for asking questions or voicing my opinions. And, I mean, and I heard this said a few times where people say, like, well, once I start hurting somebody, I really need to take a look at myself. Well, I think you need to take a mirror and really take a look at yourself, because I don't think you're, the whole bunch of you are understanding just how many people you have hurt in this situation. And, I'm hurt. I'll get over it. I'm not that invested in it. I'm not. And I have chosen to no longer invest any more of my anything into this. But for those who are invested and who are really hurting, you guys owe them apologies. You guys owe them so much more. And that's even if they're going to be around anymore. I took a poll and asked if this community could be healed, and the majority was like, no. Because I think the drama community as it was is no longer. So, anyhow, that's all I got to say about that. Felt good to say it. Felt good to get it off my chest. And again, for those of you who don't get it, who don't understand, that's okay. That's okay. Anyhow, that's going to be it for right now. That's going to be it for this video. Remember, each and every one of you are awesome. Now go out there and make it a stellar day.